With both teams once again we work on many ideas, and one of those ideas is season tickets. It is a concept that we need to make sure that that's connected to a reward program as well. So you've got to bring in the different reward systems. For argument's sake, your access to the new match jersey a month or so before it's launched and before it's available for the general consumer in the general retail space. So there's a lot of reward programs that we're working on, and both Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates rather, is working on those concepts of season tickets. There is a demand. Again, we wanted to make sure that we are 100% ready when we launch that. We wouldn't want to launch a product that halfway through the season you realize that it's not working, and we are trying to avoid those reputational risks. We're looking to launch the first part of the concept, which we believe will not be a season or a seasonal season ticket, but rather a quarterly season ticket, where we'll package the first 4 matches and we'll launch the first 4 matches to see what the appetite is, what the demands is, what the consumer demand is. We'll do a bit of research on that as well. It's not something that we're just going to launch and leave it to run itself. We're going to find the loopholes, we're going to find the shortcomings, and we're going to improve the product before we launch a full-term season ticket. But we're very comfortable and very chuffed with the fact that both our teams are actually doing very well, and it's good for football when Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates are doing well, and they're sitting on top of the lock. So that brought a lot of opportunities our way, as you rightly referred to. We can do 34,000 people on level 1, on level 2 just about 12,000 people, and then on level 5 32,000 people also. So those are the public areas. Access to those areas are going through specific routes. So level 5 goes up the ramps, and we've just installed proper gates on level 5. These configurations has got to go through the architects, and we needed to get sign off. We work on what we refer to as crowd flow diagrams and dynamics, where you look at how the crowd flows into the stadium, how they flow out of the stadium. You're looking at the availability of kiosks and toilets, and we've met all those criteria, and we've got permission to install the gates. So in future, level 5 will be locked down, and nobody will be able to get access to level 5. We are gonna continue, and in the next season work on level 2 as a reserved seating area, where you could actually book a ticket in a specific block, in a specific row, on a specific seat. To continue addressing the reserved seating concept in South Africa. And then the lower level will be the so-called unreserved seating that in years to come will be turned into reserved seating as well. So most definitely, yes, we have addressed the locking down of certain areas for certain matches. It's still Kaizer Chiefs. Kaizer Chiefs entered into a long-term agreement with stadium management, so we've got Kaizer Chiefs here for another 4 years. We are looking at, again, 12 matches next year from Kaizer Chiefs, and we've got the right to choose the first 5 matches or the first 12 matches, and we will do that as soon as the PSL fixtures comes out. And immediately after doing so, we will then make an announcement. I've spoken to Bobby in the last week, and we're very eager to finalize those matches. We are very comfortable with the way that soccer turned out. We've seen a huge increase in Kaizer Chiefs attendance, which is almost always very important to us, because that's the fundamentals driving the commercial value of our arrangement with Kaizer Chiefs. Also at Orlando Stadium, Orlando Pirates, they didn't have a good year, but still they're still relevant, they're always relevant, and we're very chuffed to have them at Orlando Pirates, and they're also going to continue next year at the Orlando Stadium and the years following on that. And we've got some surprises with Orlando Pirates at Orlando Stadium as well, and they are using Rand Stadium as a training venue, so we're very comfortable with that. Our shows, our relationship with big concerts, that's going very well. We've had some of the most exciting shows over the last year at the stadium. We all know that Rihanna is coming towards the end of the year, and then we're already working on another 2-3 into the next year. The only downside I can refer to in the last year was probably African Cup of Nations. It came to us on a very late stage. We had a lot of challenges with regards to the hosting of African Cup of Nations, especially at such a late stage. We had to redo the pitch. We spent a lot of money on the pitch, which we will recover in the upcoming year. But probably the effect it had on our fixture list, where we took basically 2 months out of our fixture list, and we had to squeeze our soccer and our music events into the remaining 10 months. And bearing in mind that with the off period, we actually only ended up with about 8 months. So it was a very difficult